Welcome to another episode of Mom Knows Ball, the Bama edition. I'm Melinda King, known to some of you as Mom, and today we're going to talk about the Alabama-Vandy game. So let's just get straight to it. Need to set it up for you. This game was such a big deal because last year, after we beat Georgia, we went to Vanderbilt and they were unranked and they upset us. So there was a lot of hype about this game. Their quarterback, Diego Pavier, was doing a lot of trash talking. College Game Day was at the game. And so it was kind of a big deal. And I'm not gonna pretend it was a little scary. I was a little worried that first quarter. We did not score a touchdown. They did score a touchdown. They seemed to be running the ball. But this is when the momentum shifted. They left a minute and 33 seconds, I think, at least a minute and 30 seconds on the clock. We had the ball going into halftime and we scored a touchdown. And after that, everything changed. Jordan even sent Crawford and I a text saying, both of these teams came to play, but Bama, we're going to be okay because Vanderbilt never scored another point after that. They didn't score any points after halftime. And Diego Pavier, he was actually his own worst enemy yesterday. He talked so much smack leading up to this game. And let's see what he did. He was responsible for two of their turnovers, both in the red zone. Now, he passed for 198 yards and he ran for 58. But let's look at Bama's offense because Ty, let's see, he threw for 340 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was 23 of 31 in pass completion. Now, we did have our first turnover, and, we knew that was going to happen. And Ty will tell you this. When you see that play is dead and they're coming after you and they're getting ready to sack you, I just need you to throw that ball. You can throw it into the concession stand. If Miss Terry is in the stadium, throw it to her. But we're not going to take another bad sack. I know you know that, okay? And so we were running the ball a lot more than we had in the past. In fact, we had 146 rushing yards. But when you think about Jam Miller, had 136 of those yards. So, welcome back, Jam. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I mean, that's the song from Welcome Back, Kotter. Some of you probably don't know that. Okay, and then Ryan Williams and Jeremy Bernard, they're kind of giving this Devontae Smith, Jerry Judy vibes. Ryan had 98 yards. Jeremy had 82, and they both had these clutch catches for us. So, yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to only get better. A theme that's evolving in these Bama games now is time of possessions. We are owning that. So we had the ball for 37 minutes and some seconds, and Vandy had it for 22 minutes and some seconds. That is a huge shift from last year. Last year, Vandy had the ball for 42 minutes. So if you win the time of possession, in a lot of instances, you're going to win the game. So let's talk about Bama's defense. Okay, we forced a fumble, an interception. Justin Jefferson, whose name is just the same as another famous football player, he had 14 tackles and 9 were solo. He forced that fumble that Tim Keenan III recovered, and he sacked the quarterback. So he was definitely a defensive standout. And, they really just adjusted at halftime. And Vandy, again, they did not score a single point after halftime. So who are the stars of the game? We know Ty, Jeremy, Ryan, Justin Jefferson, Jam Miller, but we got to go with Caden Proctor again. I mean, Caden Proctor is becoming our version of the tush push when you need a yard or two. I mean, he's good for it. Like, how does an offensive lineman defend against a 6'7", 365-pound running back. Like, I don't know, but I love it. I'm loving every minute of it. Okay, so always give a side eye, we got to have something to improve on, right? Red zone offense. 3 different times when we were in the red zone, we ended up kicking a field goal. And, so we're leaving points, on the field. So let's work on that. And what else do we have to work on? Actually, I think that's it. I mean, that was really my only argument. And oh yeah, I am gonna give a side eye to Bama hater, Johnny Manziel. Apparently, both him and Diego Pavier got into some back and forth with some Bama fans. Johnny Manziel, he is a professional Bama hater. He has made the fact that he beat Alabama when he played for Texas A&M a part of so many conversations. It's like, hey, Johnny, how's your day going? Oh, it's going pretty good. It really reminds me of that time.
15.5-point underdogs, Alabama. I'll never forget that day for the rest of my life.
And nobody's scared of them boys. Not Vandy, not Kentucky, not nobody.
Haven't been here since 2012 when you all know what happened. Today, good luck to the Tide, but it's a Diego Pavia Vandy beatdown.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
So I think Tyler Booker's post on X really tells us all we need to know about this dynamic duo. Wonk, wonk. Love you, Tyler. You're good for that. Okay. I got a little project I'm going to need your help with. If you didn't watch my video last week, I declared my eligibility to cheer 1 year of college football. And maybe it's just one game. So I've got to find a school that's going to let me try out and let me cheer once I make the team, because I'm going to make it. I got to get a routine together. You all have been giving me a lot of hints and information on what I need to learn how to do to make this team. I think I need you to kind of put some pressure on Bama, because it feels really logical. I mean, I'll try out for another team, but I really want to cheer for my boys. So put a little pressure on Bama Athletics to say, hey, let your girl. She graduated from Bama. She was a high school cheerleader. And then anybody who went to Coosa County High School, yes, that's my high school. If you've got an old photo of me when I was cheering, reach out to me and let me know, because, I want to use that to put in my portfolio when I get ready to try out for a college cheerleading squad. So let's go. So next week we got Mizzou. We are playing them in their stadium. I'm pretty sure they have a bye week. I'm pretty sure. And, I'll give you more information on like the keys to victory as the week goes on. But I do know that they lean heavy on running, so our defense needs to get prepared for that. But I also know that their run defense is not that good, so let's get ours going. Let's stop them. So yeah, I think that's it. I got 3 producers there. I got Jordan, I got Crawford, and I got Tamra. So they all make me look good during this time when I am hanging with you. We will do our Jaguar edition of Mom Knows Ball after the Jaguars game. The game is Monday, so we'll probably roll it out on Tuesday. But I have been working on tips to victory for the Jags against the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday Night Football, and I'm going to share that with you later. So subscribe, like, share, comment. Help me find a photo when I was a cheerleader in high school. Tell Bama, let her cheer, let her cheer, let her cheer. I am Mom. I know ball, and I'll see you later. Bye. Roll Tide. We did that, right? Oh, yeah. You like that. I know you did. Yeah. Okay.